We're having the loser bracket round 1 now between Brazil and Asia Pacific East Orangutan going up against 0-0 Nation. This could be an interesting matchup as well. We have the Asia Champions League winners of 5-5, now known as Orangutan, going up against the super team of Brazil. Left side, we have Umbreon, Zacian, Blissey, Machamp, and an Italian. And on the right side, Trevenant, Ninetales, Delphox, Eldegoss, and a Lapras. 0-0 Nation was able to beat Tali Believers. Orangutan actually lost to Nouns Esports, but Nouns Esports still dropped out in the same group. So both of these teams played against the two best teams of Europe as well. Again, Orangutan did lose to Nouns Esports, but it was still enough for Nouns to drop out of groups and for Orangutan to continue. And again, there are the World Championship, no, the Asia Champions League winners of this year. So high five, already having a title this year. That was very, very difficult to win against the top teams of Asia. Having great performance there, but 0-0 Nation in this tournament also looking absolutely great so far. Looking like a top contender for advancing. So let's see what's going to happen. First KO there onto Shenzi. 0-0 Nation starting off strong with Amazo on that Lapras. Machamp going forward now, looking to trade some damage back. BKZ really likes playing a submission Machamp, so let's see if we see another submission Machamp in this game as well. Has been playing it out in the past. I would like to see them make punch, of course, but you know, seeing a Machamp run around with submission is quite fun as well. It looks very funny on top of it. Bot path, Ice, and ZZ Ray going up against this Ninetales and the Trevenant. I would say pretty even matchup, but of course the Water Gun is in favor of the Inteleon, so he's going to have that better last hitting. So level 5 almost secured now for BKZ. Let's see what he's going to go for. If he's going to pick up that submission or not. I'm curious. That's just what I'm waiting for right now, to see if it's going to be submission or dynamic punch on that Machamp. Meanlook landing onto Suto. Trevenant has a hard time getting level 5 in this lane. He's actually going to get taken down by the Inteleon damage. An easy pickup there by Orangutan. Yet Trevenant sometimes feels a bit weird to play because he takes so long to get to level 5, or so much damage coming onto the Ninetales as well. The Water Gun early game damage is absolutely criminal. There we have level 5 now, level 6 also for Ninetales, already picking up the combo. Level 7 for Delphox, 0-0 Nation, hitting the power spikes now. And let's see what KZ has in store for us today. Midataria going over to 0-0 Nation completely for free. Fibe's going to take that up with the Delphox, but Zashin's jumping in. Xingdi looking for the KO onto Eldegoss, and Eldegoss has nowhere to go. There's the eject button forward from Ice as well. They're going to lock down Fibe in this Meanlook, and he has nowhere to go, stuck in the circle, and there's the submission. There's so much Shulk running around. He's going to suplex the Lapras, and also getting Meanlooked. And Mouse is also going to fall right here. Man, what do you do when an Umbreon and Zashin just run around, lock up people in a circle, and then slice you into pieces? What are you supposed to do? It is, there's so many circuits as well there. What are you supposed to do? Umbreon now rotating back to bot path, going to look for the Meanlook onto Ninetales, and Ninetales looking for the combo, but Snarl is going to dodge away from the Blizzard Avalanche combo and getting out to safety. I mean, gets it away from the combo to make sure they can take down this Ninetales. Yeah, so many overlapping circuits. We actually have a snipe shot for ZZ Ray. And he's going to hit one onto Delphox right now. 5.5 HP. Meanlooked again. And wait, do they have damage? So there's Delphox now coming through, but he just gets sliced down by one basic attack of the Zacian. Double KO now picked up for Xingdi. Umbreon is finally going to fall, but there's going to be the Reggie secured by the side of Orangutan. Quite easily in the end. Level 10 already for Xingdi on the Zacian. Because he's still looking for level 9. Going for the cross shop. I mean, if I ever see submission close combat in a tournament, I'm probably going to lose it. It has to be one of the worst bits in the entire game. It's quite funny though, of course, but I would not recommend doing it. He has to try and go for last hit right here, but a bit too aggressive. Low submission is there, but he can't run away in time. Taking him by the Eldegoss basic attack. Nice combo there onto Xingdi, into the Bliss Assistance down to Zacian, trying to keep him alive. And they do so successfully. They don't have enough damage to take down the Zacian right now throughout the Blissey, but they're still going to try to turn around Trevenant with a huge stun combo there. They're going to take down Blissey. Xingdi has to run away with agility. Ice also in a bad position now. I think Umbreon's going to fall right here. Next Mystical Fire Flame Charge is going to connect. And 2 KOs for 0-0 Nation. After only losing 1 Pokemon as well. Gonna score some points right here. Oh, Trevenant almost going to turn to the snipe shot. Place the bodyguard right now, but he's gonna hit the snipe shot! What? He finds the goal through Delphox and Eldegoss, and he's gonna take down Trevenant there. That was an insane snipe shot. How did he hit this one? Oh my god. I wish we had replays sometimes. Being sure, of course, I could go back in time right now, but man, that was an insane... That was an insane snipe shot. Putting the needed there and finding it. Zacian gonna take down Lapras. 72 to 93 points now. Vigiliki does walk in. Are they gonna try to break the score right here? Zacian has 45 points. Let's see if they're gonna make Zacian score or the Machamp. And now Zacian is gonna go forward. He's gonna activate the move instead, looking for the KO. Machamp is gonna take the score. Jumping now onto Ninetales, but they don't have damage. But Machamp has enough damage to at least take down one. Submission there onto Eidos. Almost taken down as well, but now BKZ stuck in very bad position. Mystical Fire Flame charges are coming through, but the Bliss Softboard Eggs are going to be enough to keep this Machamp alive. Snipe shot is going to just barely miss. Trevenant with a huge flank. Triple Wood Hammer by Suto. Until out activating Unite move now. Lapras coming in from the side with a huge wave crashing in, but not enough to take anyone down. Blissey's just keeping everyone alive right now on the side of Orangutan. Now, what a close game so far in this matchup right here. This is an elimination, best of 3 as well. Whoever loses this best of 3 is out of this tournament. So neither of these teams wants to lose. Meloke down to Trevenant, and Umbreon's going to use it to engage backline onto Delphox, reducing the damage with that Snarl, but might have going a bit too deep right now, and Umbreon gets taken down. First kill for the Nation in this team fight. Regice low on HP, Mystical Fire is going in, but Zacian secures the Regice for the side of Orangutan. They have to try and run away now, though. Now Zacian is stuck behind. Use the agility, but he's getting permanently slowed by Lapras and by Ninetales. Finally taken down. That's a huge KO for 0-0 Nation. Gonna go forward. Blissey's also taken down. And Umbreon is just back, but not gonna be out doing too much right here. Delphox side is gonna land, and 0-0 Nation going for the push right now. Submission comes through, but BKZ just doesn't have enough damage with it. A nice Bulba Beam on the left side as well, locking up 2 members. And now 0-0 Nation, they're gonna break the goal right here. Break the tier 2 goal. They're gonna put themselves into a 100-point lead. And they also got a crazy amount of KOs. Wonderful last minute there by 0-0 Nation now. And Vegieleki up top path is gonna be the next objective. Level 13 though for Zacian, highest in the entire game right now. Oh, it's going to be a very close game in the end still. Vigileki now being taken by Orangutan. It's very secure with that snipe shot. There we go, snipe shot coming through. Another snipe shot maybe on 2. No, he's going to miss it onto Eidos. And Eidos is going to run away. Just barely missed. Another snipe shot this time is going to hit. But not enough damage now. Eidos was able to heal up with that point puff. Back out of execution range. I still don't know how I feel about these snipe shots. I feel like Gravitation is always just so much more. Zacian is gonna slice the Eidos now into pieces. Takes it down super easily. Like whenever I play Snipe Shot, I just feel like if I had Liquidation, I would have carried the game so much harder. That's what it feels like. And Orangutan doesn't have too much late game damage with this. So let's see how they're going to play this late game. Ikura actually face shaking right here. It's going to let up by the Wood Hammer, but Zacian's going to engage now onto this Ninetales. A few basic attacks. Ninetales has the eject button away. Losing that eject button, so he can't make an aggressive Unite move play now. That's almost as good as getting the Ninetales. Eject button has such a high cooldown. I know they can maybe just run over this Ninetales as well in the team fight. But I think their main priority, of course, is the Delphox 5. Has to be very careful how he's going to play this team fight. One Beanlock and the game might just be over instantly. So has to be super careful. Snipe Shot's being charged up now, doing the 180. Pointing the red laser towards the left side and then snapping to the right side to make sure the enemies can't see the Snipe Shot coming. Looking forward now. Terran's going to get hit. He's going to miss the Wood Hammer. Meanlock's going to land. Can they take down Trevenant? Snipe Shot's going to miss. He's going to engage with that move now. Just trying to live right now. Umbreon's going to eject button back to the left side. Don't want to take this fight. Snipe Shot's going to land onto Trevenant again, who's just going to block it casually. Zacian jumping in, but gets locked away by the Blizzard. And now Blizzard has to come through. They're going to just run over Trevenant though. Zacian Knight's going to take down one as well. Machamp on the right side. Out down to Delphox now. What can Fight do right now? His entire team is gone. 4 KOs for Orangutan. Double KO for Zacian. Meanlock onto Delphox. I don't know what he can do right here. He's going to keep on being Meanlock. There's submission auto coming through. And I think Orangutan's going to take this first game in the end. They're going to take down Rayquaza. And he's going to keep being zoned away by Meanlock. Nothing Delphox can do. Just a huge team fight by Zacian and the Blissey, who just ran over the Nation right here. They're going to score a lot of points. And Orangutan is going to take the first game. Draft for game on 2, 0-0 Nation now having a Lapras, Inteleon, Gardevoir for Wolf, Pulp on Dodrio, and a Blissey. Right side Orangutan, believing in the Zacian again, with a Blastoise, Umbreon, Ninetales, and a Hooper. Also looking pretty scary. First game was insanely close, kind of got decided by Zacian in the end. Let's see if 0-0 Nation can keep the Zacian in check in this match. And Xingdi, again, waiting for the Xatu to make sure he gets max experience from it. And Dodrio. Let's see how much 5 can do on this Dodrio. Top path, Hooper, Suerta already being very aggressive. Orangutan being very aggressive on both sides. Trying to see the last hits away from the enemy team. Being very aggressive, not going back to the right side. They're going to try to get to level 4 with that Umbreon very fast. But they're going to try to seal it away. No, it's not going to be enough damage. I don't actually who got the last hit. But I think they actually lost it. And now we have Zero Nation going aggressive. But always the first kill of the game. Going over on top path. Is actually with the gank. Doesn't even do blue buff. Just did red buff into Baltoy into top gank. Or I mean Xatu into Baltoy into red buff into top gank. And is able to surprise Zero Nation. But 5-0 with that level 5. Looking for a quick attack into Drill Pack. Onto BKZ. Red buff is applied. I don't know if BKZ has the eject button up. Doesn't look like it. But they're going to try to turn it around and almost take down the Dodrio. Hooper in this early game just does so much damage that they're almost able to just completely turn it around. But not enough damage on either side to get any kills right here. Atarias are going to fall. And Shingi already on bot path now, looking for the next kill right here onto Wolf, who has to run away. Barely makes it out, but Lapras is not going to be as lucky maybe. Is Sutu tanky enough? Trying to live with those boosted auto attack ceiling. Shingi looking for the Gardevoir still, but can't quite reach. But they're going to get a lot of points in right here. 48 in total already across the board. And Gardevoir at least steals away this bunny to make sure that he gets maybe to level 7. And Tenno taking over the center area on the left side, and Gardevoir is going to be on bot path. So for now, good early game for Orangutan. We have 5 going for an evade, and it's going to fail. Hooper is around, and Ikuro and Xingdi are going to take down 5, who was trying to go for the enemy red buff. Caught on this invasion. And Inteleon might also be caught on mid path. If they have mean look, what do they have this time? Not sure. No, do they have mean look or do they have foul play? Eject button forward. They're going to take down the Inteleon. Blissey's going to take down Water out on top. That's a KO for Zero Nation with the help of 5. Gonna go in, it's gonna get a stack right here, 2 points. All he cares about is that stack. And Zacian's gonna be here though, jump kick across, Shingi trying to take him down. Red buff is applied and 5 might be just sliced down right here. Oh, jump kick's on a hit! Can the 5 get away? It does get away. Might try to turn it around now, hyperspace portal for the Zacian. Jump kick across, drill pick onto Umbreon. Twice going to the Snide, it's gonna reduce the damage of Zero Nation, but 5 jumps across the ball. And it's going to be another mean look play as well for the side of Orangutan. Jump kick, looking for the drip pick onto Zacian. He's going to hit Xingdi, activating the passive. Gets the free agility, is going to run away. But 5 is being so aggressive right now. He just wants to make sure that Zero Nation stays in this tournament. Jump kick across. Is currently still slowed though, so his sprint gauge didn't fully build up. And he has to wait for his next drill pick. And next maxed out sprint gauge. Goes in, it's going to get mean looked, but the mean look again is going to be so annoying for any Dodrio. It's an absolute nightmare to play against. And he's gonna have a terrible time, most likely into it. Into Blizzard 9 hits as well. Umbreon, Mean Look, Zacian, Sacred Swords. Very difficult Dodrio game. So 5 has to be on top of his gameplay. In this match, that is for sure. He's about to hit level... No, he's level 9 already though. So maybe he can do something right here. Xingdi is also level 9. So both and Gloria poking into level 9. Jump kick across. Drill Pack is going to miss just barely. Xingdi trying to run away. But Suto's looking for the KO. Can Lapras get it actually? Last Perish Song is there. They're going to try the eject button forward, but Xingdi just runs away 1 HP. 5 on the chase though. On the right side. Jump kick, drill pick onto Knight. It's going to take him down. And we also have Gardevoir taking on the Wartortle. Zero Nation are winning this team fight. They get 2 KOs. And they're going to try to get this Registeel. Can Umbreon and Hooper do something about this? And Psyshock, Psychic. Gardevoir's going to take it up. Ikuro's also going to fall. A huge win now for the side. Jump kick across. But he connected his drill pick, but the normal drill pick will do enough to take Umbreon as well. 2 more KOs for Zero Nation. Gardevoir Unite's going to get Jack Button away. He's going to try to break this goal right now, but Nighthead's going to try to buy so much time, but it's not going to be enough in the end. They're going to break the goal. 39 points going. Lapras even also getting another 22 in, making it a big overcap. And now Zero Nation is ahead in this match. 2 level 10 Pokemon. 119 to 64 points. Looking good in the second match. Again, this is loser round 1, so whoever loses this one is out of the tournament. Xingdi about to hit level 11, so this is Zero Nation's tournament live, currently on the line. They have to win this match right here if they want to stay in this tournament. Xingdi might be caught, but he gets taken down by the point-and-click damage of Inteleon. Oh my god, the mean look is so annoying. He still finds the drill pack onto Hooper, but can't quite do more than that. Regilecki's up. Zero Nation looking for this push though. Oh, I have to be careful not walking in. There's a huge 4-man surf into 4-man Hydro Pump into 4-man Snarl. They're going to try to take away the shields, but Bliss Assistance comes through. They just don't have enough damage. There was a huge engage though. But it is gonna backfire. How? They get 3 KOs up here. Zashin is back now with the dynamic, looking for a KO. He's also gonna fall. Triple KO for Inteleon now. Looking for 9 hits next. 9 hits has to knife move, but can't do much about this. Another 40 going for Inteleon. There was a 4-man surf into a 4-man hydro pump into a huge Umbreon Unite. And they still are going to lose this team fight. That is insane. 233 points, 64 now. ZeroZ Nation pulling very far ahead in this match. After especially this teamfight win. Regieleki is still up, but the team really caring too much for it. They're just kind of brawling right now on top path. ZeroZ Nation, of course, don't want to go for it now because they have to break the goal before they want to go for this Regieleki. So they're going to try to go in now. Blissey just running in. It's going to score 5 points. With that XP, he's going to try to run away, but now Inteleon might not be as lucky. Mazo caught in the mean look as well again. Hoopa and Bone coming through. They're just going to look for a fight here onto top path. Orangutan pulling the trigger. Lel is also going to fall. And this goal might just be a disaster for ZeroZ Nation. Going for it. Suto trying to buy time, but it's going to get bullied by that hyperspace. Unbound. And now they're going to score a lot of points. 15 go in for Blastoise. And 19 for Hoopa. They're going to break the goal right here. And suddenly ZeroZ Nation is also going to lose 5. 5 is stuck in the mean look. He's also going to take down by the surf. A huge mistake now by ZeroZ Nation. Gives the Orangutan a chance in this match. They just went too deep for this one goal. And they lose so much out of it. 3 or 4 members. They lose the goal. Lapras Express coming, looking for the night move on to Umbreon. He's going to snipe him. Ice Beam comes through. Suto looking for Hoopa now. 3 Parachongs go through. Ikaru's not going to fall from it though. Still trying to chase him down. We also have Blastoise Umbreon going down. In the end, 2 KOs for ZeroZ Nation. Will be enough to at least kinda make up for what they just did as well. 254 to 129 points. Still almost double the point lead for ZeroZ Nation. And we're heading very close to the final 2 minutes. Wolf getting caught as well right here. Blissey goes down. Gardevoir goes down. What a huge mistake there by ZeroZ Nation. I'm not sure why they're doing this. They get a free Registeel, which is now gone from Blissey and Gardevoir because they both went down, so they don't have the buff up. They had a free Registeel and they donate 2 more KOs over to Orangutan. Out of nowhere. Shingy's gonna try to run down this Lapras. But Lapras just activating X-Speed, runs away. Level 14 for Xingdi. It's gonna be all come down to the Zacian yet again in the second game as well. Hitting the finest stretch right now. What can ZeroZ Nation do right here? 14 for Inteleon. He's going to do a lot of damage. Suto going in with that Ice Beam. Umbreon very deep. Zacian jumping in onto Blissey. But Blissey's Assistance comes through onto Lapras quite early into this fight. And now Orangutan is kind of disengaging. But they're all super low on HP. I don't know what's happened. They're all 1 HP. 5 comes in from the right side. 2 are down. 3 are down. Gardevoir onto Blastoise. 4 are down. There's all disappeared out of nowhere. I don't even know what this damage was. Dodo Unite comes through as well. Not even Dodo Unite was being used. And suddenly Orangutan just gets ace completely. And ZeroZ Nation takes down the Rayquaza. And they're going to take the second game as well. Draft now for the deciding third game. Orangutan going for the Machamp again with Clefable, Umbreon, Zacian for Xingdi for a third time. And Inteleon, right side ZeroZ Nation with the Lapras. Now putting their hopes into Goodra for 5. A Blissey, Leafeon, and again the Gardevoir. So ZeroZ Nation believing in the Gardevoir from last game. And of course Orangutan with that Zacian is going to keep on playing it because it's working well for them. Of course, they did lose last game, but it was also kind of close. It came down to that last team fight twice in a row now, where one team just completely wins the final team fight. And BKZ, again, on that Machamp, is going to go probably for the submission for a second time. Goes back onto the submission Machamp from that first game. We have Ikuro going down right here, just going for a stack. It's going to get caught. But I don't think a Clefable minds. Like, as long as Clefable... You will see a lot of Clefables in these tournaments suiciding for stacks. Which just increases the healing by so much that it's actually kind of worth it. You don't give up a little experience anyways because you're very low level with that XP share, so in the end it's not going to matter all too much if you go down in these fights. Because Machamp was on the left side already taking the last hits anyways, and Clefable VB back just in time. But there's the mean look again with that Zacian, and they just do it the same thing over and over again. Mean look into Sacred Sword. Zacian just auto-taking them down with a very little counterplay. Mazo on the side right here. Has to be careful, Xingdi is around too. Gonna follow Solar Blade here onto the last hit, but he's too late. He's not gonna get anything. Already everything is down. Eject button forward. A bit too ambitious there from Ice. Not enough follow-up. Like, no one can follow up. That was a bit too aggressive, but he was trying, you know, at least they're looking for these plays. 5 on level 5 now. Going for that Muddy Water. I think he's also gonna probably play Acid Spray. That's what he likes doing. As far as I remember, that's what he actually has been doing. But 5 now, usually on that complete carry Pokemon. Now on the Gudra is a bit of a weird side. I assumed that Mazu's gonna play Gudra and that we have 5 on the Leafeon. But I guess that Mazu's more of the Leafeon player for this team. 5 going back on top path right now. They're getting engaged on. Leaf Blade comes in. Mazu getting caught by Sacred Sword. Has the eject button out of it. Just to live. So I'm quite surprised by that. Because he actually is Dynamic Punch this game now. No submission. And he gets bonked on the head by the Solar Blade. So this game he goes for Dynamic Punch. Alright. I'm not sure like when he picks what. Or what like his decision is on taking Dynamic Punch and submission. I'm not quite sure. Well, like this game, Dynamic Punch makes it better than submission for him, personally. I mean, I think Dynamic Punch is always better. I just wonder, like, what is it that he takes submission sometimes? And I have no idea. Gardevoir hitting level 7 now. Is going to pick up that second move. Going to probably be Psychic and Psyshock again. Because he's jumping forward. Dynamic Punch is going to land. And they're going to take down Gudra. Gudra is stuck in the Sacred Sword. Has nowhere to get out of it. Taken down, but also a KO on bot path for Lapras. Taking on Umbreon with the help of Leafeon. I'm going to try to drive on this goal now. There's a lot of points on them. 28 and 30 will go in. Are they going to break the goal as well? Yes, they will do so. Zero Nation breaks the first goal of the game at 7 minutes. I think that's totally fine. They're going to take up a free Reggie on board path. They already hit a lot of power spikes. Level 8 there for Leafeon. Level 8 for Gardevoir. So they're going to miss out some experience over the next few minutes now. I don't think it's going to be all too bad. As long as, you know, Orangutan also breaks down top goal maybe. They're going to be in a fine position. I think that's what might be happening. Is Zero Nation going to defend this one? Looks like they will do so. Was that a whip on Acid Spray? I'm not quite sure, but I saw right there. I mean, he just hit level 8. He couldn't even use either of those anyways yet. Was still attack it, I guess. Zero Nation with a 60-point lead. And we have Wolf hitting level 9 as well now. 2 Unites on the right side, 1 Unite on the left side. Shinny taking over mid-path quite easily. Gardevoir has to be careful here, getting mean looked. Are they going to try to engage onto it? Gardevoir is stuck, has Unite move on itself. It's not going to hit anyone. There's a huge Dash Unite coming through, but it's not enough damage. Wolf gets enough distance with that eject button. Intention's going to take down Leafeon though, but it's a 1-for-1. Umbreon, Leafeon down, both evolutions. Gets sent back to base. But it's a win for Orangutan because they took down the level 9 Pokemon. They also forced the Gardevoir Unite and the eject button out of it. And there's the Acid Spray and Muddy Water for 5. Gonna try to see away this red buff. It's very Griffs onto Shing right here. Looks in for the Buffy Slam. He's gonna take him down in the 1v2 in the enemy jungle right now. 5 going absolutely ham onto Orangutan. He doesn't care about Zacian. Just takes him down in the enemy central area. And now looking very strong, level 10 as well for this Gudra, who's slowly becoming a very stable meta Pokemon. I mean, still not seeing all too much play, but it's slowly getting there. It's getting buffed and buffed and buffed and buffed. And slowly it's becoming a very strong Pokemon. Already feels always quite strong. It's just sometimes a bit 50-50. Unite move comes down on BKZ, who's trying to run around. Is he Dynamic Punch goes in onto Gudra? Can they take him down? Is the question. Leaf Blade into Solar Blade charged up because he's going to dodge away from this one. And I think he's going to live. The healing from the goal will be enough. Solar Blade coming through again. Leaf Blade is going to get missed. And BKZ is able to stop this push in a 1v2. I mean, Zash is going to take down Lapras on top path. Zero Nation still with a lot more points. Gardevoir is going to land, but only onto Clefable. Big reaction there from Orangutan to get off the way of the Gardevoir Unite. Melooked as well now. 30-40 points will go in. And Orangutan is going to close the gap. The Asia Champions League win, of course, don't want to go down in the loser round 1. That means they would have lost already 2 games in the playoff bracket. And that would, of course, end their tournament run. But that would be quite sad for the Asia Champions League winner. But it would be very fun for Brazil to make it this World Championship against absolutely insane teams. If they beat Tali, Bobo, Believers, and Orangutan, that's already a huge success in itself. To beat down the Asia Champions League winner and the second World Championship place team from last year. Sutono engaging there onto the Zacian. And no KOs right now. Mazu looking for the KO onto Zacian. Gonna try to run him down. Leaf Blade eject button, but the Solar Blade is going to miss. Now stuck in the mean look. And Lapras also going to Unite with now. Just looking for anything right here, but the wave is going to activate the shield of Umbreon, who doesn't even get knocked up by it, but 40 points swing on for Leafeon. It's going to be enough zoning in the end. Puts them at 211 points now. For the 93 of Orangutan. And I don't know who has better late game. I think it's very close. Right side, Gudra, Gardevoir, Lapras, Blissey are very strong late game Pokemon. Leafeon does fall off a tiny bit, but can always just look for a one-shot. On the left side, Machamp has very strong late game on level 13. Clefable is always a good late game Pokemon. Moonlight heals a crazy amount. Inteleon is strong, Umbreon is strong, Zacian is strong. All those are very good late game Pokemon. I think it's actually quite even in those late game fights. As long as they have their power spikes though, of course. Like, level 13 needs to be there for Inteleon, level 13 for Machamp to do more damage. They're going to actually engage here onto 5 right now, who might go down. Yeah, they're going to get Gudra. Very aggressive play here, the 3-minute mark for Orangutan. So yeah, both teams having very strong late game, but of course they have to hit their power spikes. That's of course very important. But, you know, most of them are hitting it. Lapras sick at that level 11. Now we're just missing Machamp on 13, Inteleon on level 13 on the left side. Gudra needs level 13, is also a huge power spike. Gardevoir, level 13 is alright, not too important. But any level, of course, matters. Orangutan going for this Regirock now, 30 seconds until the double time. It's going to be the last double time, the last final stretch for either of these teams in this year's World Championship. They're going to try to farm up. They really need to get ZZ Rage to level 13 right here. He needs to farm a lot of experience in these next 20-30 seconds to get level 13. I don't think either team is going to just rip Rayquaza. Ripping Rayquaza when your tournament life is on the line just doesn't seem like the correct play. I don't know, man. That would feel so depressing to lose to a flip in the end and get out of the tournament, right? I think both teams want to win a team fight and show that they deserve to stay in this tournament and not just make it a flip. So, both teams down position. Level 13 for Inteleon, level 13 for Machamp, level 14 for Zacian, left side. Right side, Mother 13. Gudra now hitting level 13. But left side is a bit ahead of experience. That level 14 Zacian is very scary. Gardevoir also hitting level 30 now. So 1 level lead for Orangutan, which is not much, but on those carries in late game, every single level matters as well. Going in with the boost out attack into Sacred Sword onto Gudra, who is gonna go into Zacian. It's actually quite good into Zacian because he lowers, or Gudra lowers attack speed. And Zacian is kind of all about attack speed. Oh, basic good flanky by Shingdi. Machamp going in. Wolf in terrible position as he Jackman across the wall. The resistance goes into Lapras. Try to take on this fight. Zacian's going to try to run on Gardevoir. Gardevoir barely getting away. On 1 HP, they Jackbutting across the wall. And now Leafeon's going to go in as well. 1 member down. Umbreon with a huge Unite. It's going to turn it around as well. Fight is still very aggressive to the Scooter. There's a huge 3-man, 4-man Gardevoir Unite by Wolf. And that could just be it. 2 KOs for Blissey. But the Gardevoir Unite might just be the game changer. Going to try to chase on Shingdi. 4 members of Orangutan are down. And Zero Nation's gonna go for this Rayquaza with a point lead. It's all down to Shingdi, the star player of Orangutan. Can he do anything about this? He's gonna try to run away towards the left side, try to find a way into this Rayquaza pit. Doesn't have Unite move up. Ice Beam is there. He has no chance of making it towards this Rayquaza pit. Rayquaza tough HP now, but Inteleon is already there. Clefable is there. Can someone see the break? Clefable doesn't have Unite. There's Mazo from the side with that Solar Blaze. Going to charge it up. They don't get it, but no. Mazo and Falp are going to secure this Rayquaza for Zero Nation. And I think that's going to be it. 20 seconds only left. And Zero Nation, I have to say it's an upset. Zero Nation, of course, is an incredibly strong team, but Orangutan was the favorite team in this matchup. But Zero Nation are going to take down the Asia Champions League winner with a 2-1. And they're going to continue at the World Championship. GG's. What a best of 3. Crazy games.